In this video, let us continue to see the introduction of finite state machine or finite automata. In this video, we are going to see another type of finite state machine, which is non-deterministic finite state machine. Here I have the transition diagram, which recognizes the language, that is, the strings of A's and B's that end with the substring AB. For the same language, in the previous video, I have given the transition diagram for DFSM. Now let us see NFSM. NFSM is defined by 5 tuples K, sigma, delta, S, A. Let us define all those 5 tuples first. K is a set of states Q0, Q1, Q2. Sigma is a set of input symbols A and B. This S is nothing but the start state of the transition diagram, which is Q0 here. A is a set of accepting state or the final state Q2 here. Del is a transition function. Transition function is from the given state K on reading the input symbol, or sometimes it may read epsilon also, it goes to 2 to the power of K. 2 to the power of K is the power set of this K. Now let us fill the transition table for the given NFSM. Transition table, as usual, we know that the rows are the states and the columns are the input symbols. So I have written all the states here, Q0, Q1, Q2. And the input symbols are A and B. From the state Q0 on reading A, let us see the transition diagram. From the state Q0 on reading A, it goes to Q0 as well as to Q1. It means from the given state, on the input symbol, the transition is defined more than once. The transition is defined twice here. So from the state Q0 on reading A, it goes to Q0. Again from the state Q0 on reading A, it goes to Q1 also. Now from the state Q0 on reading B, it goes to Q0 itself. That I have written here. From Q1, there is no transition on A. Since there is no transition on A, it is indicated by phi, null. From Q1 on reading B, there is a transition to Q2. Once again from the state Q2, there is no transition on A as well as there is no transition on B also. So both are indicated by null symbols. Now let us start writing the transition rules here as per this format. I have already written the first rule. Let us continue to write the rest of the rules. The rule number 1 is from the state Q0 on reading A, it goes to Q0 as well as Q1. Now, the second rule says from the state Q0 on reading B, it goes to Q0. From the state Q1, there is no transition on A, which can be given by phi. From the state Q1 on reading B, it goes to the state Q2. From the state Q2, there is no transition on A and there is no transition on B also, which can be given by null, or sometimes we don't need to include these transition rules at all. We can have only these transition rules to define the transition diagram. This transition diagram is equivalent to the transition table, and the transition table is equivalent to the transition rules. All these three things are equivalent to each other. Now let us see another type of NFSM or another variant of NFSM, which is Epsilon NFSM. This epsilon is denoted by this symbol. It means empty string. This is one of the important concepts in the theory of computation. The length of the string is actually 0. Okay, now here I have two examples. Let us try to understand both the examples. In this transition diagram, there are 4 states, Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Look into the transitions between Q0 and Q1. From Q0, just by reading epsilon, it goes to the state Q1, or on reading A, it goes to the Q1. From Q1 to Q2, it reads A. From Q2 to Q3, it reads another A. Then from Q3, it reads 0 or more number of Bs. That is the meaning of this self loop. These are all called forward transition, and this is called a self loop. A transition to the state itself is called a self loop. So let us write the transition table for this given transition diagram. From the state Q0 on reading A, it goes to Q1. From the state Q0 on reading B, there is no transition. I can indicate by phi or I can leave it as blank also. From the state Q0 on reading Epsilon also, it goes to Q1. So from the state Q0 on reading two symbols, either Epsilon or A, the machine goes to the state Q1. Now from Q1 on reading A, it goes to Q2. From the state Q1, there is no transition on other symbols like B and Epsilon. From Q2 on reading A, it goes to the state Q3. Again from Q2, there is no transition on B and Epsilon. From Q3 on reading B, it goes to Q3 itself. From Q3, there is no transition on A and there is no transition on Epsilon also. This is also a variant of NFSM, which includes Epsilon transitions. That is why in the input symbols, along with the input symbols, I have included Epsilon also here. Similarly, we have another transition diagram here. This transition diagram, in fact, it connects two other transition diagrams. This is one transition diagram. This is another transition diagram. This transition diagram accepts the strings which are beginning with A, B, followed by any number of B's. In fact, this is B. This machine, starting from Q1 to Q3, if you observe, it accepts the strings that are beginning with A and the second character is B, and it accepts any number of B's. This is one machine. We have another machine where the final state is here. It is accepting even number of strings which are of A's and B's. The first character, it goes to the state. On reading the second character, it comes back. See, this is the final state. Again, on reading the third character or symbol, it goes to the state. From here on reading the fourth symbol or character, it comes to the state. Since this is a final state, we can say that this machine with these two states is accepting strings of even length. Now, you see, these two machines are connected via epsilon transition. What is the meaning of this entire machine, or what is the language recognized by this entire machine? This machine accepts either the language that is recognized by this machine or the language that is recognized by this machine. It accepts either the strings that are beginning with A, B followed by any number of B's, or it accepts the strings of A's and B's of even length. This is also an example of NFSM. Now, I'm just going to display the differences between deterministic finite state machine and non-deterministic finite state machine. Deterministic finite state machine and non-deterministic finite state machine both are defined by the quintuple information. It means there are 5 tuples: K, sigma, delta, SA. Only there is a difference in the transition function. This already we have discussed in the previous video. Now let us look into the second point. The second point says that in DFSM, from every state, a transition on an input symbol can be defined at the most only one time. It means, for example, from the state Q0, if I want to define a transition on A, I can define transition on A either once or I may not have this transition. That is the meaning of the word at the most once. Now, in case of NFSM, transition on input symbol may be defined more than once. DFSM is less powerful. NFSM is more powerful. For the reason, NFSM has a little intelligence of choosing if it has to stay in more than one state, which state is the correct state as per the string. So it has the intelligence of choosing the right state to accept or recognize a particular string. That is why we call NFSM is more powerful. DFSM is difficult to construct. NFSM is easy to construct. DFSM occupies more memory space because From every state, we try to define the transition on every input symbol. But when we construct the NFSM for the same language, what is recognized by DFSM, NFSM occupies less space. I hope this video would have brought a clarity about what is DFSM and NFSM. Please like, share, and comment below the video. Thank you.